And hey, we're live. There you go. There you go. How's it going, Barry?
What's going on, Mr. Reese? How
Don't
we
put you
doing
up on the
today?
screen. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Running a little behind
No,
you. Oh my goodness sakes.
But
Almost an hour late.
like the good old days.
Oh man. Part of it is just the thing. It's the day moving on.
Right.
Part of
Both-
it is the fact that we're none
Both
of us
working
are
on a 15-hour day, I'm sure. And
something like that.
yep. So today is the 18th of June. It's 19th.
It's the 18th. Did I put the 19th?
18th.
Oh. Did I call it the 19th? That'd be funny.
I don't know. I don't think you just fine.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and tweet it out here. That's Ideal Comics. There you go. Live Jam is period. Well, comma live. Ha hyphen cha exclamation point.
I like it. Ah, cha. That's what gets the fans.
And then I'm looking for a Bruce. Oh yeah, huh? A Kung Fu GIF. I've got a guy doing a spin kick and missing the dummy
I
entirely.
like it. That's awesome.
That's the one. That's the one for today. I forgot to tag you in it even. Oh well.
That's okay. We got the kicking dude. That's all we need.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
Ready to order? How would you like the egg? You know, the hash browns okay? Breakfast potatoes, steak, sauce, fruit.
Oh, so what are you working on today, Barry? Of course, we're Rico-less today.
We are weekless today, aren't we? We are down one our co-host.
We are indeed.
He Rip our co-host. Just kidding. He is on a vacation. Apparently, he thinks he can do that stuff.
Yeah, no, he's got a big personal plan, so he's going to be absent the next 2 weeks on our regular day.
Oh, yeah, he did tell me he's gonna be down there doing the family thing
Uh-huh.
in Cali, California. You know what? I have these. I had planned to open with a little bit of a quizzing
Oh, okay.
of the old nerddom, like had like comic stuff.
One moment.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
I'm sitting somebody. You want a napkin?
Oh, yeah, I was just getting another napkin. I didn't want to steal yours because I
Steal
already
that
took the
one.
other one.
Should we get some napkins?
Can we get some more napkins? I'm messy.
Sure, of course.
Okay, I'm going to take this one.
Yeah, anyway.
I couldn't deal
We're
with
both
it.
messy. That you making that first.
Oh, my goodness sakes.
But no, I was thinking if Rico was here, open with a few like nerddom questions, like fun questions, Trivial Pursuit things.
Yeah.
And go from there. But, no dice. No
Oh, yeah, you can quiz me. See what I know. That's always fun. People love finding out all the stuff that I know.
which is nothing about relative to sports,
Oh, I know.
social justice. Look at him smile.
Well, I can't know something about nothing, Barry.
No, it's true. You know a lot about things about nothing, like comics.
Everything I know is a something.
But I forgot the quizzy things, so Like, for instance, favorite 90s cartoon. And you can't say the obvious. Say something offbeat, Reese. Offbeat for you, because you know we talk about the obvious quite a bit on the
Favorite 90s cartoon.
offbeat.
Oh man, that's
Or even 80s if you have to. Because I know what I would say, but I want to hear a shocker. Give the fans something they might not know. Now you can't do Brave and the Bold. You can't do Batman Beyond.
right. Well, Brave and the Bold is
Those more too
that's
late.
way more
maybe
current. Yeah.
even later.
So no Batman. No Tick. Is this
No
Tick
Tick.
too mainstream?
Yeah,
so
it's
Freakazoid's too
Yeah,
mainstream.
Freakazoid's pretty new.
Well,
no, Freakazoid's not that mainstream. I mean,
then that's my one.
Freakazoid?
Right.
Nice.
I
Okay.
love Freakazoid. Yeah, it's a great show.
It's horrible. We don't like Reese at all anymore. Everyone, shut up. It's good. I like that Freakazoid. I didn't get to Freakazoid until it actually syndicated on Cartoon Network.
The first year that it was out, I was first year it was out. I was living in Denver that year, so they had the it was on WB or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So
I have to admit, like the '90s cartoons were very different. For your traditional Saturday morning cartoons, were very different from the '80s ones. Like you had Beavis and Butthead, you had Cat Dog, you had that sort of stuff.
Daria. You ever watch Daria?
Oh yeah. Daria actually was pretty entertaining at times.
I think so too.
It had that great dry humor that she used to have until she went crazier.
Mm. Wow. So tonight we're in a brand new spot.
We are. Well, it's not brand new, but it's new juxtaposed to our normal.
It's new for us doing this there. That's 100% truth.
Very true.
Never before have we streamed from Perkins here in Scottsbluff.
We're not discussing both please.
No, we aren't.
So we're supposed to be mysterious. We can't give the fans all the information.
Well,
we're somewhere in the Midwest.
so far,
America.
so far, no one else is tuned in. So, but I've got the chat popped out here, and so I can go ahead and see what's going on. No, looks like somebody. That might be me though.
That might be you.
Are you on?
No, I'm not
Okay.
actually.
So Rico had asked if you had gotten 7.
He did. I saw that. You tell him to mind his own damn business.
Okay.
I'm joking. I was actually. I didn't think he was anywhere close to finishing the next one. This is just. But I was gonna start working on Ralph's stuff. Honestly, I've had one day off in the last 2 weeks, so.
I know just sometimes when you work overnights, you get a chance, but
yeah, it's different when you're daytime.
Yeah, and also when your
working.
System's not working.
Yeah, like last night, stay till 8. I usually have 2 hours of dead time because it was dead. But the calls that we did get and the dispatches that we did get were 15 minutes to get something.
Yeah. Pretty crazy talk, man.
It's not too sweet, but it's not too much.
So last night we had a meeting with our
We did. We had a meeting and it was riveting.
Well,
we discussed
are
money.
starting. We are not just us.
Well,
we both are sitting on the board of a nonprofit.
Mostly some guys and
that is dedicated to continuing the High Plains Minicon as an ongoing entity.
That it is.
And that's a little 1 day comic book and nerd centric event.
Yeah, cosplay, comic book,
that DC Comics, that Ideal Comics have been involved in for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and there's been enough push that everybody is kind of on board with.
You know,
They want to go ahead and make it a real thing.
yeah, Mr. Ryan, Mr. Blaine, the B.
So, at our meeting yesterday, one of the other board members, the board president, says, "Did you hear they're doing a mini-con in Torrington?" And so I'm facing south, right? That's South America's over.
Which we did not know.
And that way, about 30 minutes is Torrington, Wyoming.
Are you sure? I mean,
yeah.
That way, because that way's east.
Yeah, but they're not east of us. They're northwest of us.
Anyway,
West northwest, if you want to get real picky.
North by northwest?
No.
West by northwest.
West by northwest, yes.
Grant would loved it.
Anyway, and they're doing their own little mini-con this year.
They are.
And
the
we are
almost, I mean, I don't want to say they were trailblazers, but
yeah.
We're not at all.
Not at all, no. But they are they didn't know about us.
Wait a minute.
They apparently hadn't heard.
I mean,
I'll read you the text message they sent earlier.
Scott, most people in town hadn't heard of us.
Most people in town hadn't heard of us. That's funny. That's possibly true.
It's possibly true.
So
Okay, after 9 o'clock. At 10.
Oh geez. I thought we were getting scolded.
It's
9 o'clock. You guys have to stop talking. That's what I thought you said. Like,
I wouldn't have been surprised. I would have been like,
oh my God.
We get that a lot. I'm sorry. Well, usually it took longer this time.
Okay. So here's what I wrote to them. I said,
we'll meet you in the middle of the valley for the side.
That's what
the side who gets to name the con.
Well, they're the Goshen County Cosmic Con.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's
they
fine.
really ripped it off ours, didn't they?
It's exactly the same name. No. I wrote as a comic book creator, and I voice typed it when I was too asleep.
Oh my!
It says,
Did you really do that?
I did.
That's
I really
so awesome.
did.
This is so awesome.
And it says, I missed a word. It says, so as a comic book creator, damn one of the planners instead of and one of the planners / hosts for the High Plains Minicon in Scottsbluff. I'm very interested to learn more about your event.
I'm so happy right now.
Oh,
we're just we're obviously just very Midwestern.
see, this is exactly why I'm not afraid of the robot uprising, because it can't even hear me say the word "and" correctly. Now I swear a lot.
You're still gonna.
I don't swear like that.
You still scream the same in robots.
So they replied, "Hello, Mr. Reese. We had no idea there was another mini-con so close. We are a family-friendly, free event, and since this is our first year, we are gearing it more toward a fair than an actual con. So I think they're going to have like carnival games and that kind of stuff. Should be fun."
Yeah, no, I mean,
yeah.
that's not very cool.
Is there anything specific I can help you with? We would love to have you involved if you are interested. It sounds like you have a lot of experience that we can all benefit from. Thank you, Madison.
Thank you, common medicine.
Yeah. No, actually, use a single dash.
Dash, right? Okay.
Yep.
I'm down with it.
I think I may have signed my name that way, Reese, too, because I do that sometimes. Oh, not that time.
Okay.
Look at your stuff is in the way, man.
All of my stuff is in the way.
Ahead. Just give me his food. I'll eat it. It's all right.
That was my food, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I just gotta set it down.
Yeah. You missed out.
It was like
right?
in 2 fingers. It's totally yours.
That's what I thought.
You had your chance.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Can I get you guys anything else?
No.
Okay,
Don't
enjoy.
Thank you. So, thank you.
We have like forks and stuff in there and stab each other.
Yeah, because I took all the napkins. Remember? Okay. So I said my company is Ideal Comics. I'm interested
Should we
in
wait
possibly.
outside until like 10 o'clock hit?
What?
Should we wait outside until like 9 o'clock hit?
No, we didn't give any appetizers. We could order appetizers now. They have a whole menu for appetizers.
Oh, really? They would have shut the menu down.
No, they.
I heard you talking.
Yeah,
he was
like, oh, you're trying to make the sale, aren't you? Look at
Well, I just don't want
you
you
get
guys
commission.
to.
And stuff?
No, I don't.
It was.
We were debating.
just playing around.
We were debating.
Well, except for the strawberry crispers.
I didn't even know that was a
really?
thing.
They look
What
good.
is
I
a
was like,
strawberry
that
crisper?
strawberry crisper
Didn't
thing.
you have them one time?
Don't think
I
so.
think you
How much time you
sticks.
spend here?
Sorry.
He knows what you eat. man.
We came for Father's Day.
No, that wasn't the time. I didn't wait on you then. It was when you were sitting by the door with her.
Oh yeah.
And you
Okay.
got blue cheese and mozzarella sticks.
Oh yeah. I think all I got was blue cheese and mozzarella sticks. I think.
But yeah, strawberry crispers are just a tortilla with strawberries and cream cheese rolled up fried.
Oh,
They're
okay.
pretty good, but they're not half price because they're only $3 already.
Wow, 150. Thanks. That's cool.
It's a good price. Thank you.
I like them. You sold me.
So they're not half price. They're not half price. But if you do want half price, appetizers just let me know.
Actually, I may have those strawberry crispers. That sounds
They're
really
not
good.
half price.
Well, I know. That's still.
So you
They
still
sound
want
really
them?
good.
Do you still want them?
Maybe. I'm thinking about it.
We're still
Okay,
thinking they're half
let me
price.
know.
Horrible. All right, so we're eating while we talk about the econ.
Okay.
So
I said.
we're eating health food. Reese actually is. I should.
Oh, I'm eating slightly less. Anyway,
He's looking at
My
my
company.
camera.
my company is Ideal Comics, and we're interested
Okay,
in possibly
responded.
having a table up there and showcasing our comics.
Very nice. Very nice.
Plus, it's always fun to share time
I
and
believe-
space with
I
nerd-minded
believe
people.
it. Just to make sure that she understands that you get Tourette's, we should respond damn at some point.
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
We would absolutely love to have you, she said, and we're not charging for vendor space.
Ooh.
What you make is yours. Please make sure you are contacting and complying with the Department of Revenue for Wyoming.
Yeah. Yeah. Perfect.
If you need any signage, please let me know and we'll get it made. Are you comfortable being posted on our Facebook and Instagram? Yes. Thank you so much for your interest. We're
We are
extremely
not
lucky to
shy.
have you in our community, and please let me know if you need anything. I said, that's great. I'll pass it on to the rest of the teams. If you can think of any questions for us, please don't hesitate.
Excellent.
They're setting up the venue on Friday. Let's know what time you'd like to be there. So let her know. I said, feel free to check out our Facebook page. And she says, that's great. I'll do that. So, and she personally did like the Minicon page. I saw that happen.
I saw that. Okay. Very nice.
That's her Morgan Bloodgood or whatever.
Morgan Le Fay. I mean,
Not Morgan.
I enjoy it. Very
Not
nice.
Morgan. Madison.
Madison.
She
Wow.
does.
That
She does kind of have a
Bloodgood,
sorceress's name.
does. What? Not the eight. Oh man, I ate pancakes and what? Oh, you can eat pancakes for $4, man.
Yeah. I'm not go hungry that way.
Back in the day, man, when we were young men, we could just clean that stuff up. Anyway, that's really cool. Yeah,
Yes, we've got ourselves a free event to go sell some comics at.
So, also, if anyone ever watches this, which I doubt you will, but we can get that going on, fans. We need to share that. Did we share that?
Not yet. I mean, I've shared the main event, and I invited a bunch of people to it from the Minicon page.
Yeah, you did. Well, I mean, that's an excellent start, Reese. Excellent start.
And so you start with 5 pancakes. Every reorder is 3. Just let me know. Okay.
I'm responding also. Also, feel free to mention IL Comics or High Plains Minicon as much as you want to.
I will see Rico's thumbs up and thumbs up his thumbs up.
All right.
How it goes. What happens?
However you see fit. So there you have it.
Excellent. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Could
Indeed.
How do you manage IG? Do you manage IG on your phone? Wow.
Yeah.
One of the first things of business I think would be helpful is a tablet. Ideal Comics.
Well, and like, I'm really not even interested in managing Instagram. Because Rico said he would do it.
You hear that, Rico? You hear that? He doesn't hear that, but
No, he doesn't. He's not here to hear it.
we need to remind him.
Yes, we do.
Remind
When he
Rico.
gets back from Cali,
Kelly.
'cause we're
Kelly
doxing him.
chews you up. We're gonna dox you apparently.
The whole internet knows he's gone to California.
Yeah. You know, why is that such a bad thing? I'm sorry. You know, if you want to truly know any of that stuff, you can find out.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
okay.
really care. I'm sorry.
And California's a big place, so it's not like.
Don't dox me. Besides, most people like who. Anyway, I'm not getting into that. I'm not getting into that, Reese. I want to.
It's too late. You're already. You're in too deep.
It's just me, like, just man. I'm not in that at all. I'm actually quite nice. I play quite nice with almost everybody on Twitter, even people I don't even agree with. I even ask people, like, if they're having a conversation that's very one-sided, it's a very long one, I want to, like, maybe join in and ask. I will always ask, is this a free conversation to have opposite views? Well, you're being gentlemanly about it, but I often don't get a response, so I take it as a no. All right, we're looking at right now.
We got to figure out the next order of business for today. That's where we're at right now.
What do we have? Do we have a?
I know we were going to talk. We're going to talk timeline. Do you want to go ahead and like map out the stories we were wanting to do?
Timeline. I do.
Now, because that's one of the things is we were going to save that for the members only segment. But I mean the patrons only segment. But I'm not sure we have time to do a patrons only segment today.
I mean,
so
9:09.
I'm sorry, patrons. I think we're going to have to just leave the regular thing up there. And
patrons, we have been discussing loot, and we've been thinking about maybe shirts. If we can find people locally, that's a good deal, right? Could you talk me off before you steal all the coffee stealing forward? I know. I'm sorry. That was pretty rude. That's pretty rude. He's not a coffee stealer.
Damn it, Barry.
I know, I get that a lot too. In Reese's defense, he does take a lot of damage, apparently.
I do say damn a lot.
Even damn in emails.
My
So, timeline, let's get to it, because
I am going to go ahead and do a screen share.
Yeah.
And show off what I'm working on a little bit on my free time here, which is not super thorough.
What is it?
Free time's not the right word, but I'm trying to work on right here. If you look, I've got the Joe Jobs page.
That's very nice. Behind. I like it. It looks like
Rico's art.
Rico's art and your colors.
Yeah. And it is in fact what it is. So
look at that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Actually, this is going to turn out to be
it turned out very nice. I like the beeps.
Are you guys doing okay?
Yes, indeed.
Yep.
Thank you. So that's fun.
Scroll down. Can I see the quarters part? This isn't the revenge page. This is just the quarters page.
Yeah. It's the quarters page.
Looks good, man. Looks good. I like it.
I can open see the revenge page, but I haven't. It's not been prepped or colored at all.
That's fine.
Wow. I have no idea. Emails. Probably somebody's video going live.
We have a live video. On live.
I have it here somewhere. Maybe I haven't downloaded it yet.
Not a big deal for you. It's all right.
Yeah, looks like I haven't downloaded it yet. Just sitting there on the Gmail waiting.
Okay.
I got to rearrange this folder too. We changed the order up that we're I changed the printed order up from the published order, and so it changed our file names because they were all sequential.
Really? I suppose I don't know.
It's not a big deal, but it's one of those things I've had to take into consideration working on it. Not I will survive.
I believe you will, Reese. I think
I do feel like
you're going to survive
it's in the
this
cards, man.
trying moments between the war of the worlds that we have going on. And so, but the music might not be this good when you survive.
It might not be.
Oh, you're not sharing anymore. Okay.
Now that you're of your face on it now.
Oh my god. Well, let's see what else can I pull up here. I was working on that old. This is why I'm expositioner, but I have not yet.
I'm really waiting on or weighing the idea about trying to get that space story put together.
Which one?
The novella, Space 1951: An Odyssey. We can go ahead and for a while we had 2 people.
Wow. Interesting. All right, so I'll share this, I guess, because you don't have to look at my face the whole time.
Might have been Carl. He might have come in. I don't know.
Was anyone on the chat?
Oh, nobody chatted anything. I saw there was we had a quick bump a while back ago, and then it stopped. Maybe we weren't being entertaining enough.
That's all right. Yeah. Maybe it was metal.
Could have been metal.
All right, I'm gonna put this on. We should have gotten the. Oh well. So, folks, if you don't know who the immigrant is, pick up Ideal Comics.
Zing 1 or Zing 2.
Zing 1 or Zing 2.
And if you want to pick up a copy, you can, and you don't live in Scotts Bluff, just message us at thereal.idealcomics@gmail.com.
Or you can go to you can do the website, right?
Oh.
Our fantasy website.
I think you can email us off that.
Okay. Is there a store on there yet?
No. Well, I don't think so. Although I'm pretty sure that after this summer, Zing 1 and Zing 2 will be out of print until we get them colored.
You got a few left? Nice.
I think we'll sell out of them this year. If we have a big run, then sell them before the end of the year.
One story that I'm very interested in doing a redraw and color of is Eel in the Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I can come up with a story for The story for him. Doggo.
Mhm.
Because all my stuff has been recent. Like, everything I think about is recent based because that's where all our main guys are. That's my mind thinks that, right? Because that's where everything I'm familiar with is.
No.
But
Well, his time frame is the early 80s. When he was active.
right. Could I? When does the Vickers retire?
Vickers retires.
Yeah.
I think the early 40s. I mean, the mid to late 40s. Just like when his military term is up, he goes home, kind of a thing.
I really want to do Vickers thing if you haven't noticed.
What?
I think it'd be fun to do a Vickers and Dongle, but
They're
they're way too far off.
I mean, Vickers will be alive when it all goes alive. He's gonna be super old.
Yeah. I'm also okay with using Super Overlord, who, as a mentorish type role, even if it's not like, like the Batman to Robin thing. I just like to take neat characters themselves. Would he be alive?
Who?
I think Vickers should be alive, wouldn't he?
Who all goes young man?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure there'd be a real organic reason for them to run into each other.
Yeah, well, that's why you're right. This thing called writing is very creative.
Yeah, but it's the rules.
Mm-mm.
When you think about how Vickers has been portrayed, right? He's very stuck in the old way, and he's
That's even
faked
better.
his death.
I like cranky old guys. That's even better if he's faked his death.
He's not traveling. They go to see him.
He's completely under the radar. That's great. That's a great cranky old man under the radar type thing. Meets the guy, and
Whereas,
no, it's not like the in your face type hero,
no,
but he's your a very likable hero that needs help. And so people would like it'd be a great juxtapose is we see Vickers.
he's very street,
Hmm?
but they're both very
Very normal.
down home.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, I have a lot in common with Carl or Ro, but we've never sat down and talked. Not a lot. I have some in common with Carl or Ro.
Well, when you and Carl are guard heroes, let me know. And we'll go from there. But I mean, characters are fun to.
Yeah,
to put
transportation is transportation.
Yeah, but and the fun part is finding the loophole in the hole that we somehow fit of his story. And I'm not even saying it's a buddy thing. I'm just saying I like to get as much mileage out of our characters as we can. Like all the big small universes, blah 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 blah. Well, tough cookies, I mean.
It's like one of the stories that Donovan is working on right now. It's a gamesman Algen story that takes place in the American Southwest, right? And they're both out of their element, right? But they're both, traveling heroes. That's a part of their thing, especially
Who's that?
Algen and gamesman.
Okay. I'm with you.
So it's really easy to see them, on the move. The one story that Rolf worked on, the Chad and what do you want to call it? Mr. Twist story from Mr. Twist, of course, the runner, traveling around.
Oh,
Pretty
yeah.
natural
Oh, yeah.
thing. Chad on a road trip with his new wife. That's a pretty reasonable thing, right?
That's one. Yeah, but Victor's would be in retirement ages, obviously, but he's maybe his wife has passed on now. He's just out seeing the world.
Are you done with this?
Yes.
Oh, you
Can I
didn't
get-
want the hash browns, huh? I don't know why
Can I
you
get
got them.
a box? I'll take them to my kids.
Yeah. You guys do that okay?
Cool. No, how about this? So, have you ever gotten to the old retirement part of life and marriage and old age and love story of the dog?
That's where we first meet him in the story. So, in excellent. In Reason to Believe, we're introduced to him in that story, and he's just he's an ancillary character in that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He starts off being a total ancillary character, and then his prominence in the story grows throughout the 60 pages, and then there you have it. But by the end of the third act, he's become a prominent character. But what happened to Hidalgo is that Victor Martinez.
Victor.
What happened to him is that he just got jaded with the system, and felt like the whole superhero shtick was hurting more people than it was helping. So he just lives amongst the people and
Right. Yeah. No, he
just simple things. So it's like he doesn't have family. He doesn't have
Right.
a wife. He's just a solitary person looking for ways to help people without anyone noticing.
Right. He never goes out his way to have the whole romance thing, right? It's like something he doesn't seek out.
Yeah, just doesn't seek after.
So I was thinking,
It's like
So-
it's like a Lone Ranger in that, right?
Right.
We look at like
oh yeah,
at John Reed.
Yeah.
That just never wasn't on the plate for him.
Right.
And
I can get that. I get behind
Mhm.
that completely. But I'm just kind of like looking at tip of the hat old man story kind of. So, did you ever plot out like a retirement? Well, because he does retire, and we've even talked about having him as an old retired dude in a story or two, that's just there, right?
Yeah, I mean like a background character
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Or an old
Yeah.
man advice guy or whatever. So have you ever gotten to that point, like the retirement of the old man? He's not Batman. Are we doing that with him, or are we doing just a solitary retirement life forever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He just he wouldn't putting the mask back on isn't
No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that either. I'm saying that everyone likes. I associate successful heroes, people with moving forward to different chapters in their life, right? So he
Okay.
puts the mask, he takes the mask off, puts it down. Next chapter in his life, and he's an old man, he can still find love.
right.
Because what I was thinking, hear me out,
Okay.
is he meets a gal. Maybe for whatever reason he goes to Paris. Why not? It's just he's going to
Okay.
placeholder. And
Here's Tennessee. Yeah, go ahead.
anyway,
What
and
you got against Tennessee, Perry? Go ahead.
no,
There's so many things.
and Vickers is there like with his wife. Maybe her health is failing, and she's like, honey, I want to see Paris. And so, in a roundabout way, Hidalgo runs into Vickers and his wife,
Okay.
and also this gal who he's trying to protect or whatever, right? That's not the story, but it's the placeholder.
Okay.
And then later on, it doesn't work out. It's not really a romantic thing, maybe a mutual respect thing, who knows? obviously some sort of something charisma there or whatever, and chemistry. And then later on, retired old man O'Donnell was put down the mask and looking to move on with his life. And what's the next stage? Well, maybe somehow through serendipity and wherever else they meet up once again. Maybe over some tea or a drink or something like that. They're out late at night because Bubba was tired, but he can't sleep. He's thinking about the case. He goes to a bar or something and he meets Vickers, who's there, and his wife is sleeping, and he's thinking about his life and gives him some advice, give him the old Robin Williams advice stuff. There's a moment, and then that's reflected also later on when the dog was an old man. The advice comes back. Let me work on it. I like it as it's not a.
Because it's not a story. Like what you've said is not a story.
Plot.
What you've given me is a setting. It's not even a plot. It's a setting.
All right. Well, let me work with the setting.
Yeah. My concern, right, is I feel because like we first meet Hidalgo in '89 or '98, and he's already at old retired. I mean that's like his thing already. And where we have him set up there is he's just living a solitary life, looking for ways to help people when they don't notice. That's the whole shtick. My concern with the idea they're putting out there is I think it negates elements. I think it might. I don't think it necessarily does because it's the first time you're presenting it. So I might be wrong, right?
Right.
But I feel like it might negate elements in lesson in life that was already there and in building blocks that I have in place in reason to believe. Now, I might be wrong, so I'm not saying that's the worst idea ever.
But we don't have to do it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
it's not.
I mean,
the
other thing is like
versus
the other thing is you can take bits of those settings and apply them somewhere else too, and that can be the perfect.
Yeah,
thing.
it doesn't have to be a novel. I like to round them off. I kind of like to bring some closure to some of the characters, but if you've already done that, there's no need to do that again.
So,
or further stories of closure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And I like to do some with Vickers. I still like to put.
I think there's definitely room for Vickers to have more story to his story, so to speak. I mean, if that makes sense.
Oh well, yes. I mean, I'm all for Vickers story, more stories to Vickers. I really see Vickers as the old Cary Grant, John Wayne.
Those are very not the same thing.
They're very guys though.
Color chameleon.
Then that happened.
Yeah, that happened.
All right, so
I'm not even sad about it.
I know you. So, what are you doing right now?
I'm coloring.
Oh, okay.
As if wasn't that obvious? No, I'm working on coloring up that Joe Jobs page.
Did you want to get to the timeline, or just waiting for that? You can work on that first.
No, I was going to work on that while I was talking the other thing. So let's go ahead and pull that up here. Let me save my coloring though.
Yeah, I need to do that.
That's important. So I don't have to redo it later. Yeah. I will say this much though, since we're not doing a patrons stream here, that actually I just had an idea
Mhm.
of something that I think might explain a couple of different things. Okay.
Okay. Hit
So-
me. Hit me.
Okay. So Hidalgo, by the time we meet him in the story, and when we've done the stuff before his retirement and the stuff we've done after his retirement, right? There's this necessary persistence of contentedness in his singleness, right?
Oh, that's fine.
Right.
It doesn't even be an
But
issue.
no, this is I'm using this as a building block,
Oh.
right? Because there's time in between these things, right?
Okay.
What if part of the reason he's contented is that he found somebody, right? And something happened. She passed away,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And there just isn't anyone else,
Right.
right?
I'm down with that.
So instead of it being Vickers to Hidalgo that we're talking about, what if it's Hidalgo to Chad?
Yeah, a lot of chat. We got a lot of the
Well, yeah,
Fortress
but I
Kids
mean, like-
action coming up.
But like
I'm
they're a big part of.
I'm not. I mean,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. You definitely want to not just have that, but you already have the relationship dynamic that's built into the whole chat thing.
We do.
And so that's I was just thinking about that being a natural tie-in to some of that
It's
stuff.
organic for sure.
And like I said, you don't have to do it that way.
That's
Just
a story I want to do with. I mean, it makes sense with Double because Double is solitary, like you said.
and then then once again and it's not so much a matter of like the message that is passed on is cherish what you have, which is something that's part of.
We can do it in Paris. I don't even like Paris. I barely like France. I don't like France. I like Italy.
Like Venice.
We do Venice.
Venice.
No, I see it. I honestly see the setting is wider. I see the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
Why I don't, call me playing the
There's a-
80s spy
there's a-
movies that I'm on.
There's an Eiffel Tower in Vegas.
I hate you so much sometimes. Oh, my dear. We were out of time.
One of the things about something like that too is specifically one of the things that I've talking to Rolf that I really like the idea of is Chad and Helena taking these elaborate road trips as together time because they have to keep
Like a series of
they have to keep their personal life so private because Chad's a big public figure and he's
he is.
he is. He's a public superhero with no secret identity, right? So, and he's number one, Lincoln's number one bachelor, right? He's defends the city, blah, 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 blah. And so everyone's like, people throw him at themselves at Chad all the time. And he's just like, I'm only married to justice, right? And so, yeah. So then he comes around and then he's just like, he goes into his house and he goes through the secret door into his real house with his wife and kids.
We need to intro.
And
We need to intro one of those stories where like they go on these adventures with like a Ferris Bueller. You know how Ferris Bueller is like doing the whole downtown scene? Chad doing that, trying to get away from all of his adoring fans and all of his freaking all the ladies.
Yeah.
And then he sneaks away into the house and then off to vacation.
What would be awesome is if we could do that. And like, not only is he chasing away from the ladies and the news cameras and everything else, but there's also villains that are popping up.
And,
And he's swinging through and busting heads at the same time. They're like, oh,
right.
Women falling over. He's catching them, putting them back on their feet, and here he goes.
Horrible kid. I love it. Oh my god, that'd be great. Almost like a fancy little number, a little ditty. Intro into the comments.
Get some animators in on that.
Right.
That's the ticket right there, man. Okay, get this back to the timeline. Anyway, what I was going to say is that because we're not doing a patrons only stream, I'm not going to share my screen with a timeline.
Oh, what's up?
that's how that's gonna work. So for all of you non-patrons who tune in later,
Yeah, all you little
remember
munchies.
that if you sign up for our Patreon, we'll give you access to these when we do them as Patreon only
We
streams.
do.
That's not happening today, but just because it's my fault, I'll take it. It's mine.
Take it, Reese.
I think I have to. Ain't got no song, ain't got no melody.
It's true. This is hard to sing.
It is the same song. Whoa. I didn't think it
Yeah,
was.
the track.
Okay, so first of all,
Coffee.
oh, I need to mention.
You seem so sad
No,
about it.
it's fine. No, I was when we were doing the timeline last week. I was gonna remind myself to put in a date for the
This place closed at 10 or 11.
10.
Okay.
But yeah, so soon.
Well, we've gotten what we can in.
We've got 40 minutes, so we got some time. Okay,
We have 40 minutes or 20 minutes?
20. I did the math wrong.
Yes.
Okay, so first off, things we know we want, right? Stories we want to tell.
What's that?
What's one? It's one of the stories we want to work on, so we can start to fit it in where we want it.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Yeah.
I want to do the
There's Expositioner Looks to Kill. That's one we were talking about. The
Looks to
spy
Kill.
story,
We want
which
to do
I like.
Band Back Together.
Where do we? Let's start with that one at a time.
Let's
right?
do Expedition Could Kill.
Looks to Kill. Okay. So X, it's 2006, right? Is when we're doing the story with the Vox Populi happens, right? So this looks to that kill before or after Vox Populi?
Let's do it. Let's do a tumbling.
After, like a couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're
I
like
was in 2014.
2014. Wow. Okay, that's quite a ways. Makes. Let's see here. So if X,
Because I want to build it. I want to build it as him going off that into the boom boom.
okay, he's gonna be pretty old.
Well, yeah.
So
But so is Captain America.
yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Captain America is old, but not the same way. So
You guys still doing okay?
yes,
This one
Oh,
will take it
actually.
or
Same.
separate.
Good. Can we get more coffee? You get a chance? Thank you.
Okay, let's see here. So if you want to do that in 2014, and that's cool. That also means, and that'll be after band gets back together, like, or maybe even contemporaneous with
It'd be a
that.
con around the same time.
Yeah.
That's what they need.
So, so 2014. So, Tales of Shadow. It's got to be a title for that, not just because it's an X title, but because the whole thematics. Looks that kill. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. When you think about that, that's 9 years after, or it's 10 years after Forces starts in 2014.
10 years after Force start?
So that would mean
6 years after it ends.
Well, not quite. It's two. It's
Do
only
they-
2 years.
Oh, because
So
he started
they
as
go in
sophomores.
June. Yeah, they go as juniors.
Okay.
Beginning of their junior year. Yeah. So yeah. So it's one. So like, so Chad will be, if we do that with the band back together same year, then Chad will be 27. You know, his
His late
kids will be 5. Yeah.
So imagine this, because I want to do this next, because I keep on seeing the scene where Tattoo and X are breaking the girl out. And so scene 1 or panel 1 is these goons. I haven't decided which organization. Have we even worked on the organization that we can set up as the default like fodder?
No.
Okay, well, we need to. You can give me some ideas I can use, because I don't know all the villainy things to do at that point. We can get into that more later. But
It's the Department of Education.
but,
There's nameless teachers from the Department of Education.
that's awesome. That's so good. But so
Running a re-education camp for superheroes.
Faceless character, cuffed up like this. Imagine like Batman in the movie, right? And cuffed up. So you can't tell who it is, right? And so talking, the villain is talking, say, okay, he must be trying to rescue her on site or whatever, right? He got close with that, and so the guy speaks up and says, "Oh, so she is here." And then all of a sudden, thank you. And all of a sudden, his short jacket that he was wearing, the short jacket that he was wearing, the bomber jacket, turns into a long
just furls out,
grabs the dude front by the face, smashes him down. X grabs the other one with his legs, spins him around. He uncuffs himself, gets out, grabs the mic. She's on site. And so next thing you see is Tattoo walking through the front gate in this guy in a spoofy.
Now, one of the things I think we need to do then at some point is have a separate story that is a Tattoo and X story, like that happens in between times. And I think I have an idea for how that works out. Okay, so it's after X and the Magic Kingdom.
Right.
And
we were talking about doing X and X.
So, but here's the story, right? X is tracking down some sort of criminal, right? And so he's traveling through the Wyoming wastes to track down this criminal, right? Maybe it's even like a bounty or something.
We do Idaho.
Well, Wyoming is where Tattoo is, but there's places where it butts together. So, who knows, right? And the reason it's Wyoming is because Tattoo has taken refuge amongst Boone's family.
Oh,
because Tattoo has no family.
So how close to this? Because I want to do this really close to. Because I was I'm going to do Lenny and Boone. So at the same time, this works. So Lenny and Boone at the same time as the rescue happening.
That'd be fun. As the rescue of what?
As the rescue is happening.
Okay.
Because I actually had a plot point.
Okay.
Anyway, go ahead.
But this may be even 5 years earlier then. But what I'm saying is like X, because for X to meet, to be working on a case outside of Fremont City, it's away from there. That's a reasonable thing. But anyway, my point is that X goes to investigate this town, right? Right, and he's on the down low trying to track this guy down, and he just runs across Tattoo, right? And something goes down, and Tattoo ends up saving his life, right? It's not really right, but it seems like it. And X has met Tattoo before, and he's like, says, "Wait a second, I know you," and then it's like, "Why do I keep running into you kids?" And Tattoo says, "The fuck are you calling kid, old man?" And then they have a good laugh, and then they work together to solve whatever.
So at some point in this adventure, at the end or whatever, midstream, we need to get Tattoo a business suit that doesn't fully fit. So Tattoo's growing. They have to beat up some dude or fix some villain suit. Because when Tattoo is walking into the front of the building, it has to be in a suit that doesn't quite fit. He looks like a goddamn idiot. So you are, and tell you somebody like Mr. Jones. Yeah, Mr. Jones. Walking in front of security, and the girl looks him up and down, and over the comm, over the cell phone, over like that. X says, "I'm in." The girl's here, and Tattoo's like, "Oh crap!" And so the action goes down. Because really, like I said, this is not a long story. It's just it's an action. It's a bust. Right. It's an action bust.
but it has to be part of longer story. But okay.
Yeah,
So anyway,
no,
we have the
it's almost
Looks That
magic.
Kill and the Band Back Together are both 2014, right?
Let's try this. Let's try
When
it.
you want to do X in the Magic Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they graduate. Remember, they graduate in 2006, right? So Chad and
What
Jagged
time?
Princess get married right away.
So X-Men Kingdom was short. That's like 2007, 2008.
I'm thinking 2008
Yeah.
because part of it is at least 2008, if not even 2009, because Kevin.
Well, wait. Maybe it's 2010 because DP has children.
That's what I'm saying. Kevin and Allie don't get married right away, right?
Kevin. Yeah.
They're gonna do their life a little differently.
So how old are they when they get up there?
I hadn't figured that out for sure. Well, I mean, that's part of the thing is like those are some questions that I haven't fully ascertained. I think they're probably gonna they're not gonna do the school thing, but I'm thinking maybe they. I also don't think they're necessarily going to be tied to the idea of getting married right away. I think they might, shack up together and travel through Europe. Actually,
Wait a minute. We need to do something we need to do like the whole. We need to mystic thing.
yeah. That's what I was just going to say. I want to do the Nick and Nora Charles thing, the elongated man and Sue Dibney thing. Only it's all supernatural stuff.
I can dig it.
So they travel around the world, just investigating like haunted houses and weird haunting shit and little legends and folklore of these weird little out of the way places. And they do like the Scooby Doo thing, but it's all real.
I want to bring in my Asian mystic chick also.
That'd
The
be crossover.
The Ghostbuster, yeah.
Yeah, there'd be some crossover there. That'd be fun. Not as an everything, but
No,
a couple of adventures.
Just a hey, yeah.
And especially,
All right, so what time were you
and especially one of the fun things to do,
with
that one is that if, because they're not into the marriage thing, they're just like, well, that's so passe, we're just going to be together. So that if the Asian chick hits on a demon priest, makes it awkward, that's good stuff,
That is.
And demon priest is like, I'm not, no, of course I'm not into her, right?
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's mutual respect. It's what professional respect.
Professional respect. I would never, no, just no. Of course I wouldn't.
We all know he would.
No, he wouldn't. But
or would he? I'm sorry.
But
or would he? I'm sorry.
So
all right. So
I'm going to go ahead and move up here to actually 2007. I'm going to say 2007. Kevin and Allie hit the road, and because I think if I remember right, she's a year younger, so I'm thinking I want him to move to Chicago and just work a crap job until she graduates. And so,
good.
And so,
yeah, that's where he first meets the Asian chick. We were talking about that last month.
I don't remember that, but that's fine.
Yeah, I was talking about.
There was a lot of stuff.
I want to do a downtown Asian. It's called it's a little Italy in Chicago.
Okay. Yeah.
Sweet. Thank you.
Ooh, thanks.
You're welcome.
It's just
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Kevin and Allie hit the road. So that's 2007. And so then 2010, X in the Magic Kingdom. And we'll discuss more about those details later on. Because one of the things you also got to put on here is, when does Connoisseur end up starting his restaurant and all that kind of stuff. But those will have to get figured out immediately either.
I think I want Connoisseur to try to start up a restaurant. Fails horribly within like 6 months, like just horrible.
Yeah, like all restaurants do.
Then he inherits something from some off the wall, off the building. He inherits it. Just we'll keep it very, very. I don't want it to be named right away.
I've got it figured out, I think.
What would be cool is if we find out later on like it's somebody real cool and important that leads him to the restaurant.
Right. So here's the thing is, so we'll work it into forces. where he ends up saving the day in some way, like still a little way. And so then years later, he inherits the building that this dude owns. It's like just like some silly little connoisseur food crime.
I want to be a landmark.
Yeah. So we'll work that in somewhere in that senior year for sure. That'll be fun.
Connoisseur saves landmark.
Here we'll go ahead also. See here.
I start marking out like the GP and the start of the whole the walker.
Sort of big adventure.
Because Chad's on it.
Yeah, born in 2009. That's the
that
works
if we have time built up because the GP like the space stuff that we want happening is we like offset but still associated to a degree with the whole cataclysm big event.
Yeah, sure. You want me to just get new ones?
We need some space in there too.
Yeah, actually, I mean, I have some places in here
it would
that is
bring
gonna
in a reason for the government to say yes, do here's the money for funding for the whole.
see, and part of what I want to do with that specifically is I want to bring the Aquarians back into the picture after having some time for us to close down. One of the ways for
the
that
offset like the Aquarians also
right, but I want them to have been discovered over the course of a later action. So and maybe that's around 2010 that they actually were discovered again.
2012,
whatever, right? But with it, I want to have a thing where maybe happening in the background of forces offsite is the Aquarians have built up diplomatic relations with the United States, and they said, hey, there's a world of resources out there. We flew past it. Our parents flew past it. Let's go ahead. Yeah, we've got a few that are worked into different stuff.
I would like to do one in space.
Yeah.
I'd like runs in space.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun. Because we've got a half Aquarian, half Fomorian that's in the story I'm doing right now. We've got the Golden Twins that are for the Breakfast Champions. The project the kids and I are slowly working on. So I mean, there's a few other little things. So I mean, like having another a big Aquarian superhero wouldn't be out of place, especially if we do like a Buck Rogers, kind of, maybe it's actually his spacefaring adventures that are the thing that
maybe Aquarian fleet like law enforcement juxtaposed to GP. That way like I can intermingle that. Almost like FBI.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of that makes sense anyway because they're a world power, right? So they're just like, we go to space. Hey, what do you need? No, we came from space. We go to space first. We run space. No,
right.
Space is big enough for the both of us. Actually, that's a whole lot of the Galactic Senate level nonsense there, but that's fun.
We can always play with it. I don't want to touch on it too heavily.
Just get side mission.
Yeah,
it's like one of those things. Like I uploaded a review. I think it's probably on my Facebook right now, on my thing right now, of X-Men 199. I was given a ratty copy of it.
Yeah,
and they have all this political background stuff with Valerie, whatever her name is. That
the Jim Lee and Chris Claremont introduced.
Yeah. And so that's like that stuff gets mentioned and it becomes an issue, a thing in the story, sort of, kind of. And that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. We're not where we're sitting through. I was making a joke about it because it's like we didn't negotiate with the Trade Federation, right?
Yeah,
but it is the same thing, just more fun.
It is.
So
I think if we don't throw it all out there too much, we can manage it well.
Exactly.
All right, I like it.
Okay,
I just need to freaking I just need to
so
get that story together.
so the band gets back together, and you were wanting to do the road trip, the Boone and Lenny road trip
Cross country.
during the big conflict.
During the it'd be right before, because they're trying to get, you know, they don't know that's what it is. Everything's kind of
Because the
leading
thing
up
is
to
I really saw the girl being kidnapped
Yes.
as the penultimate.
that's-
I mean, it's like in the
that's-
middle of the conflict,
this
right before the end.
So Boone. So maybe Tattoo can't get a hold of Boone, so he's X.
Okay.
Because Boone is off with Lenny, and no one knows where F either or Mark.
Okay.
So it's the same time, a little roughly before.
Okay. So I'm gonna put a little bullet point here. And
Yeah. So
say,
imagine like the breakout is like virtually like it's like the almost the end credit scene of one of the movies leading up to the Avengers.
right. Jeannie gets kidnapped. Tattoo rescues. Goes to rescue.
We had some stories built in with
Comma.
his son jumping
Enlists.
dimensions with that Jack Diamond guy and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's more work to work on.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Yeah, and I think that's we're two lists X. Meanwhile,
Sounds better?
Boone and Lenny S have an adventure. So, okay. The other thing, okay. Because I'm going to sit here until my coffee's gone. So, or until my battery runs out, which is going to be 9 minutes. Actually, let's go ahead and sign off the video because we're close enough to having it. And we've had some people stop in, but no one stuck around. I don't think we've had any chats because I've not been watching. No one said anything. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and call it, though, and let me pull the right screen. If you guys watch later, thanks for tuning in, and hopefully this has been informative about building, timelines, and some of the secrets. Bye.
See you guys.